This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 554. Food Education for Kids, Part 1, by Neghar Fonooni of negharfonooni.com. Happy Thursday to ya! I'm Joss Marie, and welcome back to my show where I narrate content that's all about making your relationships the best they can be. And before I get into the show real quick, I'd just like to thank Noemi for their support. Have you been looking for handcrafted jewelry that's fairly priced? Noemi guarantees that you won't find quality jewelry at a lower price anywhere else. Oh, and overnight shipping is free, so there's that. And I'll tell you more about my personal experience right at the end of today's episode. Visit hellonoemi.com and use the promo code ORD for $75 off your order today. Also, you can click the Drop a Hint button on the product page if you're interested in receiving something as a gift from a special someone. But for now, let's get right into Neghar's post and start optimizing your life. Food Education for Kids, Part 1, by Neghar Fonooni of negharfonooni.com. When Isaac and I filmed this video, I was amazed at how, when given the chance, he was able to come to his own conclusions if given just a few prompts and pertinent details. With just the information that commercial farms use pesticides on their produce and that things other than humans eat the produce, he figured out that they spray the food with chemicals to keep the bugs from eating it. In our home, we do our absolute best to consume food in a way that supports a positive sociological impact and encourages the idea of a farm-to-table community. I know many of you share that passion and deep interest as well. We might all share slightly different eating strategies and philosophies, but ultimately we all agree. Whether we choose veganism or hail beef, eat dairy or choose paleo, fast intermittently or frequently feed, one thing is for sure. The quality of our food matters. Real food matters. But it's not always so easy to stick to real food, is it? We're constantly bombarded by chemical formulations masquerading as food. Just the other day, I stopped into the regular grocery store, which I rarely do, to grab my favorite coffee creamer, Natural Bliss, cream, sugar, vanilla, which I cannot find at my local health food market or the farm. I found myself in line between two patrons, one purchasing massive quantities of frozen chicken nuggets, the other stacking cases of diet soda and Go-Gurt on the belt. I found myself instantly saddened. This is food? This is what people are eating? Perhaps even more disturbing is this is what we are feeding our children. I made a decision long before I sent Isaac to school that I would always pack his lunches and send him off with palatable, sustainable, and nutritious foods. Have you had a look at the school lunch menu at your child's school? Chances are it's downright culpable. Although there is a huge campaign building in our society to counter this predicament, our school is not at the cusp of progression just yet. Corn is served as a vegetable? Pizza and hot dogs as an everyday option? No, thank you. But what about what all the other kids are eating? What about a 5-year-old boy toting grass-fed steak and organic broccoli while he watches his classmates chow down on pizza and popcorn chicken? And it's not just what the school offers, although that is a matter of extreme urgency, but what the parents pack as well. Isaac's snack time items are typically fresh or dried fruit or a child-appealing option from Annie's Organics or Cliff. Basically something portable with as little processing as possible. What do the other kids get? Chips, Cheez-Its, sugary dyed yogurts, cookies. And how do I know? Mommy, how come so-and-so gets to eat such and such? What can I really say to this? Perhaps they just aren't aware that those things aren't real food, or lack the understanding of how important real food is. I really have no way of knowing. But I try my hardest to explain to him that the food I send him to school with is all part of my campaign to promote his food education and an investment in his food appreciation and ultimate wellness. Let me just clarify that I am in no way attacking or insulting parents who provide these foods for their children. The food industry is so polluted that it is often difficult to navigate the muddy waters. Education is key, and unfortunately, not all of us have been fortunate enough to sift through the fake food that suffocates our market. Let me also be clear that I am not in any way insinuating that our children should never be allowed to indulge in an ice cream cone, as that would simply create a host of nutritional dysfunctions, including orthorexia. What I am saying is this: we are responsible. We must teach our kids the difference between real food and food-like substances. We have an obligation to educate them about where our food comes from, why it's important to eat real food, and how to distinguish it from all the rest. And we have to do this against all of the exposure they have to the garbage outside of our homes. We are fighting a constant battle, not only to feed our children's bodies, but to feed their minds, to empower them with habits and ideals that will propel them into a healthy and balanced nutritional paradigm. To be continued. You just listened to part 1 of the post titled Food Education for Kids by Neghar Fonooni of NegharFonooni.com. And thank you once again to our friends at Noemi. If Amazon Prime and Tiffany's had a baby, it would be Noemi. Pick designer rings in the finest quality in all sizes and have them shipped overnight without the 5 to 10 times retail markups. It's the easiest experience the fine jewelry industry has ever seen. And I know I've said this before, but one thing that immediately stuck out to me upon receiving my jewelry was just how beautiful the packaging was. To me, I thought a company that puts that much thought and care into their packaging obviously puts the same thought and care into their products. And that was obvious as soon as I opened the package. Quality extends to their level of customer service as well, because you're not just a random buyer, but a connoisseur who appreciates fine jewelry without an inflated price tag. To learn more, visit HelloNoemi.com and use the promo code ORD for $75 off your order today. And if you'd like an item as a gift from that special someone, click the drop a hint button on the product page to let them know. But for now, I hope you enjoyed part 1 of today's episode featuring Neghar Fonooni, and I look forward to sharing part 2 with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.